Hello, hello. Hi, Miss Wanda. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hello, hello. How are you today? Hi, Susan. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Sue. Hi, Raquel. I'm just going to call you Raquel because it throws me off to call you Kelly Cat. I don't know why. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hi, Pamela. Thank you for being here. Just really quickly, don't forget if you are able, thanks, Nicole, if you're able to share and like the video. I always go back and see who has done all the things, put your name on the wheel, and then we do a live drawing on Friday of a winner for a goodie bag. So thanks, Raquel. So anyhow, I'll take that off. How are you guys? It's hot again today, so if my fan is too loud, please let me know and I will turn it off. Otherwise, I'm sure Troy will turn it off soon because he likes to plug and unplug. Oh, you're still working in the yard, Wanda? Awesome. So thank you. I appreciate it. So I was pulling out all the things. Thanks, Nicole. I was pulling out all the things to see what to do today. And then I also pulled out, can't even hear the fan. Oh, good. Well, I have noise cancellation on my mic, but I just want to make sure. And, you know, Troy, I don't know what you want, son. You're too far from me. So, we talked a little bit on Monday about the brush lettering, and some of you wanted to see how it was done. So I did pull out all the things. I mean, here, I'll just share so that I don't completely disappear. So this is just my, can you see that? That's just my brush lettering pen stash. So I pulled that out so that we can maybe do some of those. But what I was thinking is that it's kind of hard if you don't have anything to practice with while I'm going through, so that you can ask me questions. Yeah, you know, just a couple of them. I don't need many. Kind of like overload on everything, right? Hi, Ari. So I will probably show you a couple of strokes that you can do if you want to, you know, practice. I'll just show you a couple of pens that are my favorite. And then what I thought we would do is just actually go into a project because it won't take me that long. So I think I'll do that. I will talk to you about the paper and all that good stuff. So I will flip my camera. Is Miss Edie here? I try to make myself a little bit bigger, but not too big, so you can still see what I'm doing. So, but we'll see. I've got to flip us over that way. And of course, you know, Jack has got to say hello. So anyhow, the first thing I want to talk to you about is I was hoping that Amazon would come before I started so I can show you what the actual paper, the ream looks like. But when I always started practicing, I always practice on, it's the HP 32-pound premium paper. And the reason for that is that this is it's a little thicker than regular copy paper, but it's also very smooth. You will notice if you do start doing brush lettering that the pens are that, brushes, okay? So a lot of the ones that you will see that are popular is this brand, it's the Tombow. I can't even see what I'm doing. It's the Tombow, okay? So one side is just a regular, like, you know, felt, but this is actually the brush, okay? if you are a lefty like me, you're gonna go through your brush pens a lot faster than a righty would. And the reason for that is because, like I said a few times on Monday, lefties push the brush where righties do what they're supposed to with the pen and pull the brush. So if you think about that, if you're pushing, you're pushing the brush head, so this will splay. So if this is something that you want to get into, and then you notice all of a sudden, well, why isn't my pen behaving like it used to? More than likely it's because you need to switch out your pen now, because the tip has splayed. Okay. Yeah, see, Nicole's a lefty. So you don't want to go. You want to take care of these brushes, these brush pens, all of the ones that we have. I'll show you my favorites for beginners. The Tombos, although very popular, are a little bit harder for a beginner to start out with, just because of how big the tip is. Okay, but there's there's a couple where this tip is at least a little firmer. There's some that the brush head, like this one, is it one of these? I mean, the brush is literally like a paintbrush, and that it's so difficult to learn like that when this head is so flimsy. Okay. Tombow, is that what you're wanting the spelling of? It's Tombow. And I have found these hi, Kathy. Kathy, you didn't happen to see my Friday video, did you? Hint, hint, Kathy. Hi, Angel. Good to see you. So I find these at Joann's. I don't know if they still have them, but I'm pretty sure they do. But they always go on sale, because they're pretty pricey, but they go on sale. Get them on sale. Use the Joann's coupon, and then you can get a pretty good deal. Okay, so I'll show you. This is the Tombow brush head. You can also get, I'm sure you guys have seen the paints, where's my other ones that you can get on like Amazon? Where are they? My son rearranged all of these by color and by brand, and then it made it hard for me to find everything. But there's also the Kuretake. You can get the Kuretakes on Amazon, but you could tell that brush head, I can't see because the camera is smack dab in my screen on this side. No, have been easy with Easter and deaths and family. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kathy. And then, so you can see the difference there in that brush head a little bit. But these you can get, the Kuretakes you can get on Amazon. The Pentels, very, very, very different brush head. These are actually my favorite for beginners. For me, anyways, being a lefty, this was what I actually was able to finally go, oh, I get it. I can figure out now how to use a doggone brush pen. So you can see that is very different, but still considered a brush pen. And then there's a lot of videos that you will see that people just use a good old Crayola marker. If you could believe that, you can do brush lettering with this. Okay, so there are, like I said, you will see on Amazon. There's a bunch that say brush pens. Just don't fall into the fad of like, oh, that looks, those are cheap, or that looks like such. You really have to figure out these are just Sharpie brush pens. You have to really kind of practice to see what you're comfortable with, because you can see right there that is a whole array of craziness as far as different types, right? So, hi, Fiona. So anyhow, I will just show you, now that it did that, I will show you a couple of exercises that you could do. Again, I think I got distracted while I was saying this, but you don't want to go and use your brush pens on like watercolor paper or cardstock. You will ruin your brush pen immediately. It'll make that brush pen look like this. And I'm not kidding. It will do this. And you'll be so sad, especially if you bought the expensive ones. Okay, so if you're gonna practice, I always practice. I would just get a ream from Amazon, and it's the HP 32-pound premium. You have watercolor brush pens? Yeah. See, I do too. I mean, I have these watercolor brush pens here. Oh, this is where the Arteza brush pens are. Because you can get the Artezas, which you probably have seen, watercolors, paper. Arteza does a bunch. Arteza, you see that brush is a pretty wicked one. Again, not the easiest. These are Ecoline brush pens. These are fun because you can watercolor with these. So you can actually like do your writing and then fade it out. You know, do like a little fade with and get like a paintbrush and water and fade it out. So hi, Rima. Oh my gosh, Rima. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. You really did not have to do that, Rima. Rima sent me Happy Meal. I will show you guys. Don't let me forget to show you guys. It's all stuff that's available at her store, Walls and More. But yeah. So, all right. Let me show you why green, Terry? I don't know. Let's do blue. So here we go with, these are the Pentels. Okay, and you see that there's a little bitty brush. Is it focusing or do I need to hit the focus? Probably. If I hit the right button. Okay. So there is a little bitty brush at the end of that. Copics. Copic markers. I've never tried to do Copic markers with do like brush lettering, but again, you can brush letter with a Crayola marker, and this was the only one I could find of choice. This red one. I'm sure you can brush letter with a Copic. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Vicky. Okay, so this is always a thing, right? Like, what do you do? Okay, so for brush lettering, the trick is, it's not like what we used to see before, the calligraphy, right? Where you had the flat pen and then you read the instructions and it's like, hold it at a 90-degree angle and then turn 60 and then 45. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? Like, huh? Brush lettering is simply, I'm a left-hander. I don't write like this. So excuse me, I'm going to have to turn my paper. Brush lettering is simply, the upstroke is light pressure. The downstroke is heavy pressure. You see that? No, because it's not focused anymore, Terry. There you go. Okay, so up is light pressure, down is heavy pressure. Now, unlike cursive, when you're taught cursive in school, you never lift up your pen, right? So if you were to write hello, you would, never lift up your pen, right? You were taught that. That's not brush lettering. Brush lettering, you're always lifting up your pen, always. So that was my H. Now I'm going to go light pressure and down, heavy pressure and light pressure again. And then I'm going to go light pressure, heavy pressure because I'm going down, and light pressure again. Light, heavy, light, light, heavy, light, I'm sorry, and then heavy again. So if you could see, so basically when your heavy strokes is when you're making the thick line, right? And your light is when you're making your thin lines. That's eat. Hello. Hi, Callie King. That's neat. Oh. I was like, that's eat. What are we eating? So this is the Tombow pen where this the nib, if you will, is a lot thicker. I just love you, Miss Wanda. And again, now the control is a little bit harder because the nib moves a little bit more. Wanda, go make yourself lunch. So again, so basically when you're going up, you want to use just the tip, right? When you're coming down, you're kind of laying the brush a little bit more to get more of the nib, if you will, to make a thicker line. It went before I was typing girl, everybody. Sorry, Miss Wanda. Okay, so same thing. So if we were doing so you're going heavy, light, and you notice I'm constantly picking up my pen. This is again not cursive. You're not keeping okay. Can you see that okay? Yep. A lot of lefties. Okay. So a good exercise to do if you want to get comfortable with trying to do your up and down strokes, a good exercise to do is just the up and downs. So just literally, you know, light pressure. You're going heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, light. And I would just do this and just constantly do it. Constantly do it. You're a lefty too, Miss Wanda? Hi, Gwen. I would constantly do this exercise. This exercise will help you, you know, learn your pen. And if you don't like the Tombow, don't think that you can't do it, because I started out trying to learn on the Tombows and I was like, okay, that's it. That's just it. That's why I can't find any lefties, because lefties can't do brush lettering. That's why. No, it's just I needed to figure out first what was comfortable for me to learn how to do the letters. And then I was able to maneuver the bigger pens, right? So heavy pressure down, light, heavy, light, heavy, light. This pen, you can see it's bent. So it's starting to skip and can probably be tossed. Okay, now I told you, well, I don't do exercise. Sue. Hi, Donna Sue. Thank you for joining. Okay, so here is just a regular Crayola marker, and you probably think, well, what? How? It's about learning how to use the nib of the pen, right? So it's the same thing. If I want to go and make a thicker mark, I'm going to press hard. And if I want to make a thinner mark, I'm going to release. Press hard and release. So again, unless you have something that you can kind of go along with me and then make mistakes, or, you know, try, and so you know I will not practice this. Well, thanks, Sue. Good to know. So again, if it's when you're practicing lettering, you will not, you're like, oh God, what do I write? What do I practice? So you'll start writing everybody in your name, all the family members, all the dog, cat, house, fan, light, you know, because you want to practice, but you're like, well, I need to write words. So yeah. So and another mistake that I made was I tried to emulate, right, and I think this goes along with anything, is I try to emulate like handwritings. Like, oh man, her brush lettering is amazing. I want to do it like her. Well, just like crafting, right? You have to find your own style, and it's not going to work out that way. You know, you'll also find something really funny is people go, oh, well, I have terrible handwriting, I'm not going to be able to do brush lettering. That's not true either. You will be surprised because you're always lifting up that pen and, you know, doing the light, hefty. You trust me, you can do it. So now this was a koi pen. This is another one of the pens, this one and the Sharpie pens that I had a hard time with. And if you notice, I'm saying that I had a hard time with the actual looking brushes. And again, it's due to being a lefty and just pushing that pen. I was just gonna say, what about those with, no, you will notice that it'll look beautiful. It will be beautiful, I promise you. So my suggestion, and those Pentels that I told you that I really like, you can get them in a set on Amazon. It's Pentel Brush Touch Felt Tip Pen 12 color set. That's what it looks like. So this is actually, I think, my second one. If you've ever bought anything from me, I always do brush lettering on my thank you cards. So this is probably my second set, because again, it's inevitable that the tips will wear, and you'll need to buy new ones. She lies to us. I do not lie to you. Okay, so again, it's totally up to you. Sometimes you'll notice I will pick up my pen maybe a little more often than a righty would, because of the way because I'm left-handed and the way I'm pulling back. So you really need to become comfortable with the pen. Okay, so don't just know that your strokes, when you go down, it's hard, heavy pressure, and up. Okay. You can also do faux lettering. You've probably heard of the, faux brush lettering. It's the same. It's the same concept. We always smear our writing. I always had ink on my hand. I think that I don't know. I don't typically smear because I literally turn the paper and write this way. But if you tend to be a smudger, just take a little piece of paper towel or a little piece of paper and bring it with you, because you're always lifting the pen. You can, bring the paper towel with you and it won't smudge. Hi, Miriam. Ooh, I never seen my name so pretty. Ah, are those different than paint markers? Yes. These are called brush pens. So you have to, the paint markers, it'll almost be like this, but really thick. Some of them, like the Karen markers and even the Copics, they'll be thicker. Again, when you get a little bit more practice in doing brush lettering, you can brush letter with anything. Like this is, but to start off with, I would use, an actual brush lettering pen. I was thinking it looks super pretty too. Thank you for showing us how fun. Yeah. So now if you're like, well, okay, that's all fine and good and dandy. I just, is there a way to do this without all of the, yeah, you can do faux lettering, right? So Jeannie, I know this isn't your name. So if you wanted to do faux lettering, it would follow the same thing, right? So all the down is heavy. So it's thicker. The up are thinner. So if you wanted to do faux brush lettering, you could very well just do this. Takes a lot longer, but it's possible. So that would be the faux, right? Ooh, I'm gonna kill my pen. See, I'm trying not to turn it so much to get my hand in the way, but it's almost impossible. I mean, that's kind of the whole problem, right, with being the lefty, is we're always in the way. So I did that all together. Quite shaky I am today. But anyways, you could kind of see, so the heavies is still where I did the faux. Same concept, right? This used to be the style back in high school, writing down with your bestie's names on your planner. Yep. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, when I was in high school, all we knew about was the calligraphy pens, which were like next to impossible to write with, because I mean, I don't understand how do you not take the pen and readjust it to write, because it's that flat. I have them. You know where I use those pens? In my scan and cut, when I'm doing, when I'm letting my scan and cut do writing for me. Hi, Ellen. So again, it's important that if you're going to practice, I would use the HP 32 Premium. Just because it's the 32 pound, it's smoother. Don't use your lovely brush pens on, watercolor paper, the chipboard paper, or any kind of hard, cardstock, anything like that. Sorry, did I miss how to keep your words straight? Oh, no, I didn't really say anything. I mean, if you needed to, do a little line, they actually do make, calligraphy workbooks. But, if you wanted to just draw out a little line, to know, like, because the calligraphy workbooks that you can, or the brush lettering, don't get calligraphy. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying that. The brush lettering workbooks kind of look like the books that you got when you were a kid learning how to do your alphabet. They look like that. Like the railroad tracks. So you can just, you can make your own, or actually, instead of buying those expensive workbooks, just go to like the Dollar Tree and get the children's lettering stuff. I've seen them over there. So again, I'm going to pull out these pens. Again, I love these pens for starting out. And these were the Pentels. So if you're using these, it's just like you were learning in school. So your lowercase, you want to stay, on the bottom half, you want to come, your G's and everything hang down off of the, the bottom line. And then, the H's and the T's come up to the top line. I mean, it's the same concept as doing cursive, which they don't teach anymore. The same concept, but it's just brush lettering. So, again, I run out of, I'm literally, don't ask me why I'm shaky. I don't know, probably because I've never been on camera doing brush lettering before. So harder pressure going down, pick up my pen. Harder pressure going down, pick up my pen. Light pressure on the hump. Harder pressure going down, lift my pen. Light pressure, I'm going down. Hard pressure. I actually lift up my pen here because I do my D's all kind of different. I do it with a little loop. Sometimes, I'll do that. It all depends on what I'm feeling that day. So if you can just keep remembering to lift your pen, and when you're going down, you're pushing. We can't tell you're shaky. I can tell. My little lines here are like, ear. It's killing me. Like, what's going on? So, and again, you'll find your own style. I would say for a left-hander, my handwriting isn't so bad. That's a little big for me, but it's not going to look like that. If I'm writing cursive, it's not going to look like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it doesn't have, you don't need to worry about what your handwriting looks like, because when you try brush lettering, it's not going to look like that. You're lifting that pen, you're pushing down on, on the downward strokes, you're lifting on the, it's very, I'm going to tell you, you'll be hooked. I would wait for Troy to go to bed, and this is before Troy slept in his own room, and I'd have my little night light, and I'd get out my HP paper, and I'd be practicing because I was hooked. I loved it. I wanted to brush letter on everything, and it was getting a little insane. So but a lot of that too was me having to learn, you know, how to work the pencil and just what did I like. And then, you know, you'll see, you can find a lot of videos on YouTube of brush lettering. Again, most all of them are righties, but they'll tell you like how to do like the whimsy and all of that stuff. That's all a whole different world. And I'm not, I just want to know how to write thank you pretty. You know what I mean? That's what I was doing when I started. I'm not trying to learn how to do all that bubble writing and all that, because if you try to do all of that, try to take in all of that, it's gonna get frustrating to you. So just, you know, just learn the basics. And again, the best way is you literally just sit there. I know, Sue, you don't want to do exercises, but if you can just do these, it's so helpful. It's so helpful because it's muscle memory after a while, right? So then it's just, okay, I'm going down. I need to pressure, lighten, pressure, lighten, pressure, lighten. It all just becomes muscle memory. Oh, so hard. So, and then, like I said, you just need to find your own style. But other than that, I mean, unless I just sit here and write everybody's name throughout the whole thing, unless you have any questions, we'll start doing a little crafty. But yeah, so I don't know. My muscles are too old and have no memory. Sue, I cannot with you. Oh my goodness. I don't remember. I think I bought these at like Office Max, and these were the Sharpie brush pens. And I don't think that okay, Kathy. I'll write your name where you can see it though. How's that? I don't even know where this came from. Let me get another one. There we go. Let's try this. You did great. I've seen it now, and yours is beautiful. You can always doodle in the areas on your exercise sheets after. There you go. And then you can always do, I wrote that actually pretty straight up. That was pretty that was a fail. That was supposed to be a heart, but I was too up and down. But there's your name. Anyhow, so there you go. Again, you know, we can go. I could show you. Oh. The tombos actually come with this. Well, some of them, they come with this clear, and it's supposed to be so that way you could do like, you know, fun stuff like inside. I don't know. They've never done anything for me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can figure it out and tell me, teach me something. But Again, like I showed you, there are so many brush pens, so many. Is it this one that I think was awful? One of the, yeah, it's this. And the reason why I say awful is not because it's awful to learn, because it's not very firm. And so it was really hard to learn to control the brush. See? And I know I'm trying to pick up and lighten the pressure here, but because there's no firmness to this brush, I actually have to change the way I hold the pen. I have to hold it straight up and down in order to get a thin line. So, you know, it's all going to be personal preference, but I would say, like I said, start out with this pack. I mean, it's a good deal. The pen towel, you can get this on Amazon. And then, you know, the Tombos are fun because it has the smaller nib at the other end. And if you want to do, you know, faux lettering, you know, that's always an option for you too. So anyhow, I think unless you guys have any questions or want me to do anything else, we can move on to something else. But if you guys do get some pins and you want to revisit this, no way, Fiona, I'm not starting something else. I'll use cursive writing. Oh my word. But if you guys do, you know, get some pins and you want to do this again, and we can actually do like a Zoom live where you can ask me questions real time. That would be fun. You know, we can write and practice and do stuff together. That's always an option too. Or if you have brush pens and you want to, you know, set up a time for us to do them, or, you know, set up a time for us to like use them together. I'm always down for that. Okay, so I thought what we can start doing is a apron that I keep talking about, and using some of the textile. And Carrie, your workspace is a really... Is your workspace a really chippy picnic table? Oh, no. This is just a cover onto my Tim Holtz mat. But because I have the box lights and the ring lights, I put a backdrop on it so it doesn't reflect. I was like, a picnic table? I have issues. I'm telling you. I really do have issues sometimes. Yes, an apron. And I'm gonna show you my humongous apron that iron that I use. You guys, like, be careful, because like this is serious stuff. You can really burn yourself with this big thing. So all I'm going to do is just hit it with a little water. So this is just a canvas apron that I get on Amazon. And I like it because, thanks, Jeannie. I like it because it not only has these two pockets here, because what I like to do is I like to do like eyelets and almost have like a chain going back and forth between two rice papers here, and then hang something really cute off of each little eyelet chain. But these pockets are ginormous. Can you see that? They're so cool. I love them. So what I always do is I do rice paper on my aprons. I've done transfers on my aprons, but I don't just, you know, take one big rice paper and put it down. I will typically rip my rice papers and, you know, have them coming in from all different angles. So that's just my personal preference. But I know, right? My iron could eat that one. I know. And you know what? My honey always teases me. He's like, oh, wow. He's like, Troy, that iron is just even too small for Troy. I'm like, leave my little iron alone. I like it. It's purple. And it, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, you know, put creases in some dress pants or anything. I just need it to, like, heat set and straighten out some things. I like my little purple iron. All right, so, again, don't move things before alive. The easy weezy. Oh, here it is. 1 moment, please. Oops. So, you guys, when I seen this, I was like, you know what? I need to put that on an apron. I have to. It's a must. So this is from the spring release. This is the Decoupage Queen A3, and it's the first bloom. Do you wash it first? Is it washable after rice paper? I don't typically wash them first. Yes, all of my aprons I make are always washable. I don't suggest you put them in the dryer just because it is rice paper. So, you know, hang dry them, but absolutely you can wash all of my aprons. And I have made now, I think, 5, 6 aprons for, like I said, I have yet to make an apron for myself, but have made one for almost all of my friends. It's a little bit bananas, but you know, I don't know that I will need the A4 size, but I might. So I will pull out the A4 as well. All right, let's do this. So I am going to get out my water pen, my handy dandy. Hi, Marcia, I didn't even see you come in. I have that paper, love butterflies, love the, I know, right? When I seen it, I was like, oh my goodness. Yes, love it. Okay, so you do need to heat set once you get your stuff down. And I also like to put in, I think this one fits. You know these little, wow. These are from the Dollar Tree, the little cutting mats. Because when I'm doing the pockets and whatnot, you're putting wet decoupage medium on the pockets. You don't want it to stick the pockets together. So if this doesn't fit, I think I remember them fitting, but if not, then I will fold down the paper and put it inside the pockets. I got issues, I tell you what. Oh, I got issues. Okay, so it'll fit in the pocket. Okay, I knew I remember using it. So it fits in that one. So I am going to need to tear or not even tear, just fold. I'll tear this one. Fold them, put them in the pockets, because you just want to remember that you know, you don't want the medium to go to the other side of the pocket, you know, on the inner side and the back side, because that's no fun. And then we'll try to get this as flat down as we can in there. You can use packing card for pockets, packing card. What's packing card? Is that just like regular packing paper? Sorry, Marcia, you know. Sometimes I could be a little dingy. You're not supposed to agree. You're my son. You're supposed to be on my side. All I'm trying to do is make sure that it's not like bubbly. Because I don't, you know, when we get it down, I don't want it to, the card from Amazon. Okay. Okay. That's what I was just making sure, you know. Just making sure. I don't have it. So you guys remember, I got it from Amazon. I love you too, son. I got it from Amazon, Rima. I could send you the link. I have it. You guys remember I gave Troy my phone last time, right? Because he wouldn't stop bugging me for it. He ended up blocking someone, Nancy. You know Nancy. He blocked Nancy. He sent mad face text messages to Nicole, because Nicole was like, "Is everything okay? Why are you sending me mad faces?" I'm like, that wasn't me. He added stuff to the work calendar that shouldn't have been there. Oh yeah, he did all the things. All the things. Poor Nancy was like, I think Terry either blocked me or her page got hacked. No, it was Troyified. Troy got it. So now he noticed when I put all the box lights and everything up, obviously, and you know, the camera and everything, he's like, "Oh, you're going live. I want your phone." And nah, yeah, no. No, he did text a few people too. A few people that I haven't talked to in a while, you know. Thankfully, it's just jarbled, you know, like, you know, a bunch of letters, but it's like, okay, Troy. Yep, we're not doing that anymore. No. Okay, so all the pockets have something in them. He's yelling at Jack. Not me, for once. I'm going to tuck these down because you'll see that I also like to come in from my edges here. All right. So what I like to do is personalize. So I like to put a name right here. So you guys, I'm thinking about having an auction. So, you know, I usually make all my stuff and I put it into bins. And I don't do anything with it. Troy needs a, oh my word. Do you know that Troy had a TikTok before me? Somehow he set up his own TikTok, and he had like 50 followers. We were cracking up. And then it was one of those questions like, did you do that? Did you set it? I'm like, no, I don't even have a TikTok. I didn't set that up. Mm-hmm. And he had followers, 50 followers. It is pretty rice paper. It is the First Bloom from Decoupage Queen. Again, I have all the links in my description. But I knew as soon as I seen this, I was like, I need to do an apron. But anyways, like I was saying, I think I want to do an auction. I haven't done one before. I don't even know if people will want my stuff. But I figured before I go through and either toss them out or break them down to pull stuff off of them that I can use again, I might do that. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I know, Rima, right? Because you don't know, like, people watching you and saying, oh, that's nice, or yeah, you did a good job is one thing, but then to actually go on and say, does anybody want this? And then, you never know. So it's that fear of like rejection and humiliation and and rather than being humiliated, I would just rather just keep them in a bin. But anyway, because I am trying to be better about crafting more, doing lives more often. Now I'm beginning to have even more stuff. So I'm going to try to do an auction within the next maybe 2 weeks. Probably 2 weeks. And what I'll do is, because I always personalize the apron, I always put either the name, like with my friends, I put, you need to have an auction. I'm not worth even $15 example. Oh, Rima. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Miss Wanda. Thank you, Kathy. I'll put your name on the wheel again. You need to check Friday's video. But if somebody won the apron per se, I would personalize it, and I would put either their name on it or their like business name. So all right, so let's do this. So I'm going to start up here in the corner, and I'm going to get my burnishing tool from my, book days, my album days. And what do I want here in the corner? I am going to go ahead and put, I love you too, Troy. I don't have it, son. I'm going to go like this because I can feel the edge of the apron. What do you use to put on the fabric? Pentart, Decoupage, varnish and glue, textile. Very important. Textile. Okay. So yeah, so now all I'm going to do is, I'm not going to take, I don't like the clean edge, so I'm not going to take it all the way like that. So I know here, I'm going to actually turn it around because I can see it better where to rip it. I'm not going to use my water pen. I am actually just going to rip what I want. based on where I scored it. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to say, okay, I just want that much. And then I'm going to make sure these bottoms are off because that's the white edge. Oh, it's the bottom. I'm like, how come it's a white edge right here? So I'm going to, then what I'm going to do is this has that little lip here, and the stitching, you can't probably see it. Don't be so down on yourself. You need to send out a positive vibe. Things will be better. Are you talking to me? Rima, how do you feel, by the way? Are you feeling better? So there's a little like little lip here before the actual stitching of this border. And it's like that all the way around. Again, I've used this apron, so I know these aprons quite well. So when I go to put this down, I'm gonna lift that up so that I can get that edge right underneath there, and then it looks literally like it's just kind of ripping right out of there, right? I don't really like how straight this edge is at the bottom though. That's just me. So I'm just going to kind of do a little, just a little bit of something, something. Okay. So, oh, good. I may have a go at making an apron for my husband, Andrew. He is always getting paint and glue on his trousers. Oh my goodness. Yes. Do it. And that's the thing that I always am like, why do you do this to yourself? Because I get glue on my pants all the time. And I make these aprons, but then I don't even wear them myself. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to finish off this one. I have a new one. That is one thing with these, because it is fabric, right? You're going to use, depending on how much you're doing, you're going to use a lot of the textile glue. So because the fabric is soaking up the glue. So don't be stingy because you want to get it down, you know, and when we heat set it, it will help, but make sure you put enough on there to get it down. Okay, so remember I said I want to get it underneath that lip. So I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm actually going to lift up that lip and tuck in. Tuck in there. And I'm going to sorry, can you see that okay? Put that down there. And then again, I'm going to lift up that lip there and tuck in the top. Okay? I don't know, son. Usually I don't care, but I'm just going to wipe off some of that glue because I don't want it to get on my felt and then stick. All right. And then now I'm going to put the rest under here. Again, when you heat set it, it will help stick down the paper, but you just want to make sure that when you have enough of the textile glue down so that when you do heat set it, there's something under there. And then what I'm going to do is I want that little edge there under. There we go. Then I'm going to go on top of it. What do you need, Troy? Hi, Troy. What do you need? He wants my phone. And no, Sue, I'm not giving it to him. Okay. Then I'm going to actually get up under that little lip there and make sure I got some glue under there too. And that's our first piece down. And because of the color of this apron and the color of this paper, I mean, it's very beautiful. Okay, I'm going to save these pockets for later because, like I said, I always put the chain on and the eyelets, and I always back it with stone paper. If you're not sure what stone paper is, I'll be able to show that to you. Probably on Friday we'll get to that. But so I'm going to turn this. Troy, that iron is on and it's hot, son. Please don't do that. All right, and then we're going to do, I'm going to make sure again that I don't have it. I hid it. Okay, so now I want that pocket, and did I leave enough here to get it? I did. Haha. Okay, so now with what I do as well is, I don't know why on these pockets they don't make this straight. Every single one of them are either curved or crazy looking. So I don't usually worry about getting up to the top of it. I just worry about getting on here straight. And then I always put like some type of trim, whether it be like a lace or ribbon, something, but I always put a trim up there. So if you do get this apron, just, you know, just be prepared that it's not going to be something wonky is happening up here. So I want to get that butterfly on there as much as I can. Okay. So now I'm going to come over again and just take, I want to get around the pocket. Okay, bye, Fiona. Good night. Thank you. Hi, Monica. Okay, so now we've got that trimmed out. So now I'll turn it around again so I can see where I need to rip. And then I'll come through and rip that. And there's a little bit here to get to. Okay, so now we've got that pocket. So again, like I said, you see it's not straight at the top. So wonky. I don't know. But I will put like I said, we're going to put a lace or a trim up there, so don't worry about it. So when you do it, like the very first apron that I did, I spent so long trying to figure out why the paper was straight, what was happening. And then I finally realized, like, oh, okay. Some of them are really, really wonky, the sewing up there. Okay, so again, I want to get underneath that trim because I'm going to push the rice paper under that. And then like some, I know like the Mod Podge fabric, you have to be very careful with where you put it because you'll be able to see it if you get it on other areas. Or this glue, it's amazing. It's not rock hard, so it's not going to be stiff. I don't know. It's the best one that I have found when I'm doing anything decoupage on fabric. Okay, it's too far. I'm gonna have to bring it in, but I have to be careful because I'm kind of dilapiding the top that I did already. All right, so I'm gonna start up a little higher so I can lift up that edge. Get that in there. There we go. Am I too far over? Just a little bit, I am. Okay. Now let's get some of that down. And if you guys make any of these, I want to see. I want to see. Okay, and then we'll pull it back. And now we will just go to town with putting it under the lip and over. So we'll probably be able to do the other pocket. And then we'll finish it on Friday. So that way I'm not keeping you guys here forever. No, Rima, have you decoupaged on fabric at all before? I've done like, you know, stockings, of course, for Christmas. What I'm going to do is some for the pillows. I want to get some pillowcases, just, you know, the blank ones from Amazon. And because I, you know, always change out the pillowcase covers. So I want to get some and do some pillowcases for, can't believe I've gone this long without putting my hair up. Sorry, guys. I've what's the Pentart product you're using? It's called Decoupage Varnish and Glue Textile. It's got the green. No, that's probably bigger. It's the green one. Hi, Miss Edie. You're not late, and it only comes in the 100 ml. So, you know, just be aware, like if you're doing something really big, you know, just get more than one. So that way you're not, you know, halfway through your project and then you're like, oh, great, I need more glue. But yeah, I've tried different textile glues and I don't like it. Because I like it to, you know, still bend and not be like sticking up off of you like a straight board. That's not cute. Like, yep, here's the pockets. I bought a cotton paint drop sheet to cut up and make bags. Oh, how cool. Okay, I need to track down textile glue. You know, you can find you have my links. I know that I'm pretty sure TH Decor ships to Canada, but otherwise, you know, the Canadian, you're the one who always tells us. But if you can't find it, let me know, Sue. I'll help you. Even if I have to send it to you or whatever. Okay. And just, you know, as I'm going, I'm lifting up that lip there and putting it underneath. Just so it really looks like it's part of that pocket, right? And it's not like... So now, as you can see, as we came up, there's a lot more material here than there is on this side. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to let this stick down, and then I'll come back and water cut it off. Because I don't want to start pulling it now when it's wet and then it ripped down too far. Which in the past I've done because I'm impatient and then I've messed it up. So like I said, I'm going to put a trim there so that'll hide all of that. Troy, I don't have it, son. I know you think I'm pulling your leg, but I'm not. And then I'm going to put a layer on top. And then we'll move on to the other pocket. Yes, but Pentart products are very sparse in Canada. Okay, just let me know if you need me to help you. If you need me to send it to you. Ugh. You need to put little pull tabs on these. And not just Pentart, everybody. Put pull tabs. So I can get them off. While I appreciate it on there, I just, you know, would like to be able to get it off. Joined my Telegram. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, please. If you have not joined my Telegram, please do. I don't spam and send out, you know, a bunch of messages or anything like that. I just usually will message like 15 minutes before I'm going live to let you know, just in case, like, you know, the book hasn't sent out the notifications. Just so you can kind of have like an extra backup of a notification, if you will. Again, all of that is in my description. Okay, so there's that pocket. So now we have, that's the top. And we have this pocket here. I'm knocking down things because I don't have enough room. I do. Are you doing an? Yes, Miss Edie. I'm doing an apron. Finally doing an apron. So this one's getting dilapidated because of the way I was folding it. So I'm gonna have to dry this, and then we're gonna have to heat set it because it's gonna get messed up. I am doing an apron, and I will put the apron in the auction, and then I will personalize it for whoever wins it. Hi, Callie. So I am going to put my big girl pants on and find the courage to do an auction. Probably in 2 weeks. So yeah. And what I underneath this, right here at the top, I always personalize it, and we'll put some trinkets on here, and it'll be really pretty. I know. Like I said, I knew right away when I seen this. There we go. So now that's dry. So I'm gonna take my extremely large iron, and I'm just gonna heat set it. And I'm actually going to, because I put it underneath the borders, I'm going to heat set on top. Look at it, I unplugged it. Troy, come around this way, son. You're going to hit the camera. And then, ta-da! So that way, as I'm bending and moving and grooving over here, it doesn't ruin, the top. All right, so now that's down. All of it is down. That's not going anywhere. And we might as well, since, Troy, are you kidding me, son? You're going to turn into a pudding. Here, bud. We might as well just heat this one up too, and then heat set this. So, so this doesn't get bent and stuff like that. Now Jack's got to get in on the auction and on the action. Thank you. We will all want the apron. Oh, God. After he was pulling, he wanted his pudding, and he was coming through this way, so he got it. I got it for him. All right, so now we'll just, again, take my humongous iron, and we'll heat set this really quickly. The funnest part for me is the middle here, the middle section, because I'll always do like some type of stenciling, or I add something with the rice paper. So, like, I don't just stick rice paper down. I always do a bunch to it. Is that a 1964 at the top of the pocket? 4964. Pretty sure, right? That's a 4. 4964. It looks like a 1 though, doesn't it? 40. Golly, you got good eyes, Linda. So as you can see, look it. It's still bendable. You see that? It's not like, because there are some textile glues that you get and literally it hardens the fabric, and it's just, it looks a little crazy. So, you know, if you were to put that on a shirt, it's like, okay. I guess this doesn't matter now, because what I usually do is I'm going to put like stuff on the ends here too, but that's why I usually put that down in there, but we don't have to do that now. Okay, so now let's get this other pocket done. What time are we at? I'm sorry, guys. I need to get better at how long I go. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't want to be here forever. So, am I going to be able to fit this all on there? Or no? Ooh, I can. It's a close fit, though. I'm not going to get all of that butterfly, but that's okay. Because literally this is at the edge, and there's not much there. I can move it down. That way I don't ruin the butterfly. I'll do that. Nope, can't do that. I'm angled to fit it. All right, well, that's just how it's going to be. Oh, is that what fell? My little tool? I think that's what fell earlier. I heard something hit in the back. Probably my scoring tool. All right, well. I don't mind being here watching you create. It is amazing. Upside down? No, it's not upside down. The top is over here, Callie. Thank you, though. Because would do that. I would very much do that. So this is the top of the pocket. Right? I'm not upside down, right? The butterfly is right here. The flower's upside down. Is that what you mean? Or am I upside down? No, the writing. Okay. Thank you, though. Keep an eye on me because I would do something like that. Okay, I'm just going to have to angle this in a way that you're killing me today. What am I supposed to do with that pudding? Probably stick my hand in it or something. I don't know, bud. Is the Amazon come or something? Is that why you're pointing at the door? Troy. I know. I know. We all hear you. Okay, so I'm just going to go through again with the score tool. Aw, thanks, Rima. You're the best. And score this. Now I'm scared that it's upside down. Even though I know it's not. You know when you get that feeling, you're like, oh, shoot. Okay. So now I'm going to go through. And this is going to be tricky on that side. I don't even know if I'm going to rip too much off of there just because it's nice with the score tool because, you know, once you start tearing it, usually will follow that line fairly easily. All right, so this is the way it's going to go here. Now, we know we have way too much at the top here. So I will just take it to, I don't know, do I even want it to the top of the pocket? Because I'm not going to, I'm going to take that off. No, I'm going to do it right underneath the pocket. Because I'm going to take it off on the other side. Remember, I just left it because I wanted to heat set it first, which I did and still didn't take it off. I will later. But if you score it enough, it will normally just rip very nicely for you. This one, I only did it once, and so. Okay, so there we go. Again, I'm not real concerned about this here because we're putting a trim on it. So that'll be the pocket on this side. Oh my God, this apron's going to be really pretty. You end up checking and rechecking and rechecking. I know. No, Callie, don't be scared because, I mean, don't be sorry. Because literally, I would hate it to be upside down. I'm glad you said something because it could have been. I would rather double check and make sure than get it down and it be wrong because then the paper is wrong and, could be wasted and we don't like to waste paper. Okay, so I'm going to get that corner in there again. And I'm actually going to lift up tuck that in there underneath. And then do the same here without moving the paper too much. It looks like there's too much on that side. Do I need to pull it over? No, maybe I just didn't cut off enough. I see it, son. Thank you. Troy, I see it, son. You're right in the mic, babe. Wouldn't be so bad if you weren't yelling right in the mic. I'm gonna have to put one of those walls up. There's a big hole, almost like, they call it, my family calls it like the teller window, and that's where he comes through at. It's like there's a big wall, a big hole there where he can reach his little hands right through there. I don't know why this side is giving me problems. He probably came in closer than usual with the thread, you know, when they were sewing it, because there's usually a good lip there for me to tuck in, and it's giving me problems right there. Okay. I make sure I don't start coming over too far and be short. And, you know, typically, you know that with, you know, when you're decoupaging regularly, the thinner the better. Obviously, you can see me really putting it down because it's the fabric, right? You know, if it wasn't fabric, I wouldn't be putting that much down. Like that. But Mom, it's important. I know, right? Everything is important when I'm doing the live, Sue. I either need to move the mic. Actually, it wouldn't matter. He knows. He knows. So he would just, you know, he wants to talk too. And so no matter where I put the mic, it's this big, huge microphone. And when it's on, it lights up red. So it's not like he can't tell when it's on. I'm just tucking in over here. And I'm noticing that I'm getting a little off here. So because it is the decoupage paper, the rice paper, it's letting me pull and come back, you know, to get more room over there. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh no, I might accidentally forget to put this one in the auction. Just kidding. When I was making them for my friends, they were you need to sell them. You need no. 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 The one. Look at that. I still cut off all of that, but because the way the rice paper is so forgiving and stretches, look how much came over the top still. Isn't that crazy? It is very beautiful paper. Okay, and then I will just put some over the top. Let me make sure that I've got enough in this corner because I can kind of see how it's bubbling that I don't. Okay. can't see the time. What time is it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll heat set this pocket and then I'll let you guys go and then we'll come back and finish it on Friday. But I'm very happy with it so far. It's gorgeous. It is going to be pretty. You won't wear it, so just put it in the auction. You're right, Miss Wanda. I won't. You're right. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Rima. Yeah, it's going to be. Like I said, I knew just because of the color of the canvas apron, but I just seeing how beautiful the paper was and everything, I just knew. I was like, wow, that would look beautiful on one of the aprons. But yeah, it's $49.64. I can really see it good on the paper that I haven't used here. This here, it is $49.64. It's in two places. Is 1964 your birth year? Would that have been like you staking claim on it for sure? Okay, let me get this one. What? I put all your stuff right there, babe. Oh, before you guys go, though, I want to show you the stuff from Rima. Please don't leave me yet. From Rima from Walls and More. She sent me happy mail. Oh, my goodness. I was already like, oh, no. We're doing the apron today. You cannot use... There's a rip there. Be careful. Don't iron directly on paper. But I was already, oh, I want to use this. I want to use this. And I thought, no, can't do that. Got to do the apron. I've been talking about the apron since the beginning. I really need a cord for my sophisticated iron here. Was even plugged in? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, I don't know, son. Where's the face? You need a face to the watch band. Are you using an A3 sheet of paper? Or so what I originally used was the A3. But I also did take out the A4 because I think I'll use the A4 on the pockets. Which pockets? I'm doing pockets. The smaller pockets up here at the top where it has like the little, I'll show you, the little pencil holder. And because like I said, I will actually put some eyelets in there and do some really pretty charms that'll hang from pocket to pocket. You'll see. I'm taking longer doing this because, you know, my sophisticated iron unplugged. Where do I put it? There we go. So again, what I'll do is just bend this down and then I will rip that off. But so I will use, what I'll end up doing is using the A4 here because that way, you know, the flowers and whatnot will be a lot smaller and more concentrated for that area. And then I'm going to back this with stone paper. I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but stone paper is this particular one is the Stamperia brand, and you can wash it, you can crumble it, you can paint it, you can score it, you can cut it, you can make it look like leather. You could do all the things to it. And the reason why I will put this on here and back it is because I'm going to put eyelets through it, and then I'm going to put charms for, you know. So what I mean is I'll have eyelets going down this side, eyelets going down this side, and then a chain link with charms hanging down, and I don't want those to pull away from the rice paper. I need something to grab to, so I will use the stone paper for that. Stone paper is a type of paper that is made out of calcium carbonate, 80% limestone, and good golly, Miss Molly. Sue knows it's all the things. But yeah, you can do anything with it. And I also will show you an alternative to stone paper. It's the same thing that I have. It's a roll. Can't think of who it is that makes it. But I have it here. Just in case you can't get your hands on the stone paper, I will show you. But this is what we're looking at right now. So that's the top. And we still have more things to do, obviously, to the top. And then this is the 2 pockets. Yeah, you can sew the stone paper. You can, I mean, you literally can do anything to the stone paper that you want. And then, like I said, I really love the middle because I will do some stencil work here and do some more of the paper. But I won't do anything else until I'm back with you guys. So I'm just going to hang this behind me on my hook. But I want to show you, if you don't mind, thank you, what Miss Rima sent me. So Miss Rima has a store. It's called Walls and More. And Rima, if you want to put your link in here, please do. So Rima has a lot of the stuff that you see me use, whether it be the Pentart products or the decoupage papers. So check her out because, you know, you could very well find some of the things. But she sent me this Happy Mail, and I didn't even open it all the way with Miss Rima because I wanted to do it here. But this is, oh my goodness. This is pale gold. Is this the pigment powder? The Posh Pigments. Oh my goodness. The delicate metallic. Oh, okay, Miriam, I'll take a look at the color difference. Okay, I will definitely take a look. Oh my gosh. Do you see all that yummy gold? Oh, it's beautiful. So basically you would use a mixing medium with it. So you could use like, you know, a varnish, a top coat, something, but you would mix it with the pigment powder. But I will have to get the claw and get that. So thank you so much. But look at this fun stuff that she sent me. And I really, Rima, seriously, it was too much. Too much. And I am so thankful, grateful. But she also has the some of the wood you been, and look at this cute dress. Isn't that cute? Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. This little hand is Troy. I know. I have to get the claw. You drop your phone. And then crowns. And I mean, oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, yeah, any top coat. Rima says any top coat to mix with this. But oh my goodness. I can't wait. That's beautiful. I don't know what this is because like I said, I was like, oh, I want to share. I'm going to open it because I wanted to say thank you and share. I know you dropped your phone down there. I have to get it from my room. I will get it in a minute, Troy. Oh my goodness, look at how pretty. I know. Nicole, have you been here, Nicole? Did you see the apron that I started with all the butterflies? And then Look at, you can see, was able to see this. Troy, you're going to have to wait. I can't reach back there. I will get it. These have the peacocks. I'm scared. I don't want to mess them up. You know, saran wrap is awesome, but when you're trying to get into it, you're like, let me in. I stepped out for a second, so I didn't see. Look, Nicole. So we'll finish it on Friday, but so we're doing the apron. So that's the top, and I'll put it in my auction, so I'll personalize it with the name and everything. So that's the top, and then we did 2 pockets today. That's one pocket, and that's the other pocket. So we'll finish that on Friday. We still have a lot to do to it, but anyhow, let me. I found an end. I found an end. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? And then, oh my goodness, there's something on both sides of this one too. Rima. Oh, looks like this one might have broke, but that is the one thing about this. It doesn't matter. You can glue Woodjabin products back together. So these are just little, there's 4 of these. And then, whoop, whoop. Well, we know who will be bidding on it. Miss Wanda, I said, I don't know if I'm going to put this in my auction. Miss Wanda was so cute. She was like, you're not going to wear it anyway, so just put it in the auction. And then this is this piece. So if you don't know about Woodjabin, you can heat it up and bend it, form it around anything. Or you don't have to heat it. You could use it like this. But yeah. And don't be afraid if you happen to get a piece that's broken, unless you really want to return it or whatever. You just glue it back together. It's no biggie. Troy. So anyhow, too late. I already staked claim. Well, good to know that I at least can sell one piece at my auction. It would be the apron. Anyhow, so thank you all for watching. I know, again, it was a long one. I'm sorry. Like I said, I probably have to, I'm going to try to get better at not taking so long. But I don't know. I don't mind when I'm watching lives if they go longer than an hour. But I know some people, like, they really don't. Like, they get really irritated when you take long. So I don't know. Anyhow, I will meet you guys back here on Friday, same time. Don't forget to like the video, and if you shared it out, I will go back and write your names down, add it to the list, because I do it at the end of every live. I add your names to the list, and then we'll do a drawing on Friday. And I've got some very fun stuff to put in the box, because I found a whole heap of stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is giveaway stuff for sure. Like, oh. So anyhow, I will see you guys on Friday. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and thank you for joining me as always. I appreciate you, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.